Hi, welcome to a band called Dubstep's Horror React Videos. Today we have two magicians and a DJ, but there's only two people here. Welcome Keith Brown. And,
hello.
Hi. And Michael Penkul, who I think I pronounced his name correctly.
You got it.
Rehearsed it so many times and I'm never sure. How are you guys doing? I need to ask this of Keith because the audience doesn't know.
Sure.
Keith, why do you have this huge beard on your face?
This is my pandemic. Yeah, believe it or not, I actually have like a baby face normally, but this is my pandemic beard. So you can tell how long we've been in a pandemic by how big the beard is. Yeah, that literally
That's really from the beginning.
Yeah, like I did my last gig. Oh, actually, you know this person. So Nathaniel Rankin got stuck on a cruise boat because of COVID. And this is like the weekend, like this is, yeah. So he's stuck on this cruise boat and he calls me. He's like, dude, I have a gig in 2 days. Yes or no? Can you do it? And I was like, I just lost my biggest client because of COVID. Like, and I can't go to the States. Yeah. Like I need this money. I want to do a show. Sure. So I end up driving to like this studio in Brampton or something and working at this lady's birthday party, but it was like at a film studio. Because her husband owns it or something, but like I get told none of this. It's literally like, here's the place, here's the time, please go. It's tomorrow kind of thing.
Wow.
And that was the last time I shaved was like for that show.
Wow.
And yeah, and then so I haven't shaved since. I've trimmed this a few times. And that was like the last time I wore my suit up until last month. I'm just doing this, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I still like I'm still learning how to like trim and groom and take care of all this shit. So
you look like you look like you should be kidnapping women and tying them onto the train tracks.
I was like I thought of Snidely Whiplash like 2 days ago. And I was like, I could dig with this vibe. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just discovered beard oil myself.
It is so nice, man.
Yeah, it feels great.
It does a lot, surprisingly.
Kind of thing. So yeah, this is like from the very beginning. But like this has been trimmed probably like 4 or 5 times. So it probably could have been like twice as big maybe.
I was gonna say it looks a little short for the entire pandemic. This is like
so like it was about this big, and then for my brother's wedding, it got trimmed down to like that, and then started over again. So like it keeps getting to like about this size, and I'm more or less maintaining it here. Yeah. So
what's the plan when things kind of come back full force?
Well, so like originally I was like, hey, like until someone pays me like real money to do a real show and blah blah blah. And then like I've got some stuff, but I've been like, nah, like I'm not ready, or like this is enough money. But like I did have like a fairly big corporate client ask me and to do like a virtual show, and it's in November, and they're like, hey, like are you still gonna have the beard, or are you gonna shave? And I was like, I don't know, like I don't know if you guys paid me enough. Like maybe not.
And Michael, you're awake. I was worried that you'd be sleep deprived.
I'm actually not fully awake yet. I'm still waking up.
That's amazing.
Need that coffee, man.
It's fucking 4 p.m., dude. Your sleep schedule is so fucked. Like
it is.
Are you like working, or is it just?
That's what it is. Yeah. 3 weddings a weekend currently.
Damn, bro.
October.
And you're just DJing at these weddings, or are you doing magic there as well?
Both, yeah. So DJing is the main thing, but more often than not, I'm also doing either walk around magic during the cocktail hour or a little stage show during dinner.
Dude, you have like the perfect in to do both, like
right?
Because I feel like sometimes I get asked to do like I love working weddings, but then I'm like, hey, like I don't know if you have the. So, like a lot of people don't have the money, or they're like, yo.
Exactly, yeah. So it's tough trying to figure out, you know, kind of what to charge them. So I'll give them a DJ package, and then I'll like discount the magic.
You're there anyways. You're there anyways.
So
that's sweet.
Yeah,
man.
It works out really well at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't do as many cool shows and stuff like Keith does, but.
Dude, I've done jack shit for like a year and a half, so Yeah. Anyway.
How long have you guys known each other? You guys have known each other for a long time, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird with Keith and I. We've known of each other a lot longer than we've known each other. Like we've only really hung out and talked a couple times, but like I've known Keith for a long time in the Magic community, and a couple of my friends he told me recently was asking him about Magic Mike too.
Well, also, well, I was gonna say, like, we would have met, like, we met at Magic Camp, and there's a lot of people that we both met through Magic Camp. So part of it is like figuring out when you first went and when that first person went, because there's some people you're like, oh, I only met you in like the last years of me going to camp, whereas like, oh, I met you like my first year and have seen you every other year since, kind of thing. But like we would have known each other since like teenagers for sure.
Okay. Because I was going to ask if like Michael thought he knew me longer, but I'm guessing no now. That's actually.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you two know each other?
I would say I know the both of you very similarly in a way. It's like Rush as well. I haven't ever met physically, but we've kind of talked on and off online for years now. Like I think you said it was a decade at this point.
2009, I think, is our first exchange. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could look it up.
I believe you. That sounds about right. That was like me just coming out of my emo phase and stuff.
Oh yeah, you had that hair. You totally had that hair. No, I'm actually curious now. I'm not going to read out the messages because they're very cringe, but
it's a different time.
Yeah, we were different people. Scroll. Oh my God, there's so much Panic at the Disco in this now.
That's hilarious.
You know what? I'm actually surprised Rush didn't react at all when we said Magic Camp.
I think
normally
she's
when
like
I say Magic Camp, people are like, "Excuse me."
Oh, it 100% is something that you're like, oh, like I know I'm gonna get asked about this. Yeah, because people are like, "What the fuck you mean? There's a Magic Camp? Where? How do I go?"
It seems pretty normal to me, guys. Maybe it's because
you're just used to all the weird shit.
I am. Yeah. I'm trying to like. It's funny because like I was worried that my lipstick was a little too weird. I'm like, I guess I could just pretend I'm a clown, and I got two magicians on here. I'm just booking people that I wish I could afford for my birthday parties, but I couldn't.
Oof, getting compared to clowns.
Yeah.
It matches the outfit though, so it's good.
Thank you. It didn't initially. I was like, oh no, I look like a clown or a prostitute that caters specifically to clowns. Do you know what I mean? Just like it's funny because like Michael's not asking you how we know each other, Keith.
Oh.
Yeah. He's just self-absorbed. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of the lipstick and stuff, I was actually considering painting my face for this since it was like a horror. You were watching a horror thing, and I was gonna do like a skull on my face or something just to get in the theme. I don't know.
That's cute that you thought you'd be awake enough to do that.
Well, originally it was going to be at like 6 or 7 p.m.
Yeah, where I'm starting to flag a little because I'm up at like 9 or some shit, but then I'm going to bed at like.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah. It's awful, and then I'm going to bed at like 3, and it's like, ugh.
Honestly, it was specifically this weekend that messed me up more because I have a rental at the moment, which Rush knows about because I was in a car accident, and rentals, the keys are on the same fob. You can't take them apart.
Yo, I've heard about this.
Yeah, I hate it. I went into the trunk after a wedding, like 3, 4 a.m., and I dropped my keys in there while I'm grabbing a wire, and I closed the door on them. And this is like a 2021 Toyota Camry. I've never seen a safer car in my life. I had to wait till the morning. I had a locksmith come. He couldn't get into it. He got into the car. He couldn't get into the trunk. Called Enterprise, called Toyota. No one could help me. Eventually, someone recommended a locksmith who apparently had done this. And the guy came, scanned the keyhole, and made another key for it to open the trunk. And I ended up not sleeping that entire night. Went straight to another wedding that ended at 2 a.m. So I was up for like 48 hours, and I'm still kind of recovering from that.
Damn, man.
I was still able to get you to send me a video chat to pronounce your name
It
properly.
was like already. I was currently on like 36 hours of no sleep. When
I know
sent
you told me,
that
you're
video.
like, I'm sorry. I'm like, just, I need to know how to say your name for the damn show. Like,
I thought you should know it's actually Keth Brown. Can you
Keth Bruce.
imagine?
like, just
It's
kick you out of the
beef.
chat right away. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if you did.
we're just a part of you now. This is just a thing you're going for.
Yeah, like
honestly, you're rocking it.
I'm enjoying it. I will say, like, I think this will get much shorter, and I'll keep the mustache for a bit and see how that goes. But then at some point, like, I know I will shave. I just don't know when. But like, I think when I do like a really big, like, public show again, like, yeah, that's probably the time. So
Honestly, cut the beard at one point, leave just the mustache, put on a top hat, and go for like that super like, almost villain magician.
just rock. Well, I very much feel like Snidely. Maybe that's my Halloween costume. I go with Snidely Whiplash.
I like that.
And then you shave it off after that?
Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I've just kind of got used
We're
to
gonna
it.
decide based on the reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna need someone to tie to a set of train tracks, though. So
This was very much like a, hey, when the pandemic's over and now here we are. Like, I didn't realize what I was fully committing to at the time. So.
And Michael, you have a beard too.
I do, but this has been kind of my beard.
You've always had a beard, man. You've always
Yeah.
This been the patented Michael Penkul look.
I would have to disagree for how long I've known him. He did not always have a beard. So
That's true. You were talking about an emo phase earlier, and I do want to know so much more.
It was kind of coming out of that, 2009, or I guess high school, during the full, emo craze.
I checked the messages. I checked the messages.
Yeah.
We've only known each other since 2012, not 2009.
Oh.
Yeah. So like 9 years.
Yeah.
You're getting to that decade.
Oh yeah. And it was I was a kid with a lot of acne, so the beard started as a way to cover that up, and then just never went away.
Well, the beards are good. You're looking great. Beards are great for everybody. Do you guys want to start this up?
Sure.
All right.
I'm
just gonna pick a random cartoon. If it's shitty, we'll pick a different one. But
Oh, you haven't seen these either?
No. I want to react as well, right?
Love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Do we get any like background context? Like,
sure. I got into these.
Anime.
These are. It's animated, yes, but it's not animated.
Okay.
It's I got into these because pandemic happened, and I started watching a weird section of YouTube, and I was like, this is amazing. It's so bad that it's funny, right?
Cool.
It's supposed to be like horror cartoons, but they're just badly done. Sometimes the animation's completely wrong. Thumbs are in the wrong parts, just stuff like that that shouldn't be wrong is wrong. And so I'm trying to pick side. I think a lot of them were done during the pandemic. So like 2020.
Oh, these are recent.
Yeah. 2020, 2021. Some that are just only like 5 or 6 months old. I'm just picking random things that I think would be weird. Do you guys want to do a McDonald's horror story, or do you want to do a creepy clown horror story?
Ooh.
I mean, clown kind of fits the theme.
Yeah. we were talking about clowns earlier. So
yeah. I mean, McDonald's also has a clown, but let's go with the clowns then. Hopefully it's not too scary. It's not going to be scary.
I'm scared.
Okay,
I'm scared already.
So is it going to take over your screen, or how's this going to happen?
You'll see it in a second.
All right.
Okay.
My name's Peter, and this is the most haunting memory of my life. And this incident happened when I was 12 years old. My father
kind of
had
like
transferred
American
my
Dad,
jobs,
Family Guy.
so we often switched houses.
Let me know if the sound's too
One
loud.
time, we were staying in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Good.
The company gave us an old house to stay in.
Just on lower.
It was morning. I was helping my mom unpack.
Look at how they clean. Isn't it great?
Suddenly, the doorbell rang.
Just like
My father was at work. It was just the two of us in the house.
Love the way this guy
door
talks.
opened.
Suddenly,
I saw an
doorbell
old woman
rang.
standing on our house porch.
Ooh, they gave her saggy
She
tits.
smiled back at me.
Oh, geez.
Is your mother home? I called my mom, and they started to chat. I came to know that this old woman was our next door neighbor. Apparently, she was also a valuable member of the town council. she invited our family for the annual township
bothering me the way he's
fireworks on
talking.
the coming Saturday.
His inflections are
I
off.
happily accepted the invitation.
I'm waiting to see like how this is such a horrible day for him, and then I'm just expecting it to be normal. Like it's like, oh yeah, the town council lady came by and asked about the zoning thing. Anyway, like what? I'm waiting.
I just like the fact that he's a child. It's like, and I came to find that she was a very important woman on the council. I'm like, you don't talk like that as a child. So like,
I also like that he's voicing everybody. So it's like, yeah, and this old lady is the exact same voice as his.
I think he might have even gotten deeper when he became the old lady. Hello, little boy, is your mom home? You know, it's like,
Need to talk about city council stuff.
all right.
And the old woman left. That night, when my dad came home, my mom told him all about it. Even though my parents were excited to go there, I, on the other hand, knew I would be bored. Being a kid is not easy. And
Being a kid is not
every time
easy.
we moved to a new area. Anyways, we all got dressed up and left for the township annual parade. The celebration took place in a huge local park. Town people greeted us, and the old woman got busy introducing my parents to all the council members. I grabbed an ice cream from a truck nearby and sat down on a wooden bench. A group of 7 to 8 people were marching in the entire park, wearing different kinds of
I love
funky
their
costumes.
marching.
Everyone was having a good time. The fireworks started, and I got busy watching them. I don't know how long I sat like that, but suddenly, a sound broke my concentration.
Sat exactly like that with his legs
I heard
wide
a
open.
faint sobbing
Yeah,
sound
he's
nearby.
just so excited.
He's got a
about it.
man
I wandered around
spread.
the park for 3 to 4 seconds. And that's when I saw it.
Yeah,
Under
just
a tree
no
to
one
my
else
left,
can
I
sit
saw
on
a really
this.
tall figure standing in the dark. It was a man,
Oh, no.
but I couldn't see his face clearly. The only thing that caught my attention was his weird-looking shoes. I was trying to figure out the entire
I think
situation.
he's crying.
And the tall man came out from the dark.
That's a laugh. That's a clown
It was a
laugh.
man dressed in a clown costume.
It's a
His
creepy
attire
looking
explained
clown.
Why he was wearing those funky shoes.
Funky
As I was
shoes.
looking at him, this sense of discomfort came over me. Unlike other normal clowns, he looked completely different. Tears were rolling down his eyes, messing up his creepily painted face. His face was extremely sad. He was just standing there and watching me.
That is actually a
I
legitimately
don't know
creepy
what
clown.
it was about his
They
stare.
didn't make it funny
I
this
couldn't
time.
move an inch. It felt like someone had glued me to the bench. I don't know how long I sat there, but it felt like forever. The man wasn't blinking. He wasn't even moving.
This kid's not good with keeping track of
Stood
time.
there with a terrifyingly sad face and watched me. Suddenly, a huge firework burst above my head, and I got my senses back. I looked up for a second, and again looked at the tree, but he was gone. That night, after coming home, I didn't sleep well. I even had a terrible dream.
He looks like he's sleeping
In my
fine.
dream, I saw myself standing in the park. The park was empty and awfully quiet. And there wasn't any sound around me. But all of a sudden, I heard a sobbing sound. I turned over.
Is he
and saw
just
this sad
having
clown standing
nightmares
near
of
the
this
park
clown
blocking my
now?
way. He was whispering uncomfortably.
I think so.
After
I think that's
whimpering
what's
like that
happening.
For a while, the clown finally said, "I want to smile. Can you put a smile on my face?"
Oh, is this
He
like
then
a
took out
Joker
shiny knife from
situation?
his
Yes, it
pocket And
is.
started to cut his mouth to a great smile. I could hear the sound of flesh tearing. The more he cut himself, the louder his whimpering grew. I turned back to run and fell on the ground. That's when I woke up in my bed, covered in sweat. I didn't tell my parents about this because I already knew they wouldn't believe me. A few days went by, and I almost forgot about this clown. I went to my local school. I met a girl named Sarah who lived close to my house. She was kind to me the very first day, and we became good friends in no time. Sarah and I often walked home together after school. One day, we were walking down the road when she started talking about the history of the town. She talked about the annual parade thing, and that's when that scary clown flashed in my memory. I said in a hesitant voice, yeah, I was there that night, but the clown of the parade seemed really weird to me. Sarah looked at me with surprised eyes and said, "What clown?"
Oh, this is the horror
There was
part.
this clown that irritated me by making a sad face and then suddenly disappeared.
Spooky.
Sarah didn't let me
I've never heard
finish.
this story
She
before.
said, "Are you sure it was a clown?" I nodded my head. Yeah, everyone knows what a clown looks like. Sarah said in a low but serious voice, "We're in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We don't have clowns anymore. It's kind of forbidden here. Everyone believes
Does
clowns
this guy
can be
have
bad
any
omen after
emotion when he
2016.
says this story?
I
Yeah,
said in a
clowns
confused
are
voice,
extinct
"What
in
happened
this
in
part of the
2016?"
world.
I'm
Sarah
sorry,
told
you
me
know
that
you're in
criminals
Green
terrified
Bay,
this
right?
area
We've
dressed in
made
clown
clowns
costumes.
illegal for a while.
People
Yeah.
were scared to go out. Everyone's life turned miserable.
After that terrible clown incident,
got them.
we banned them.
All to put a stop to it. Sarah also said that the town people believed that the spirits of those dead clowns still haunt the area.
Wait, they killed the clowns?
The sun was about to set. The sky turned dark. And we realized it was getting late, and there was no one in the streets. Sarah waved me goodbye, and then went towards her house on the right.
I wonder if he's going to be the clown by the end.
I started to walk faster, as the story spooked me a bit. The memory of that terrifying dream again grabbed my mind. I had no shame in saying that I was insanely scared in that moment. I decided to take the shortcut through the park. The park was completely
where the clown
empty.
was? This is where you're taking the shortcut?
After
Sorry,
let me walk to danger.
A sense of fear grabbed my heart. I felt as if someone was watching me. And looking back over my shoulder, I saw the most spine-chilling sight. That sad clown from my dream was standing at the entrance of the park. Even though there was darkness around, I could still see his terrifying face. I tried to tell myself it was all just in my imagination, and I turned and started to walk even faster. But suddenly, a rapid sound of footsteps started to appear behind me. As I looked behind me in reaction, I saw the clown running towards me at full speed. His arms were widely stretched. His face was
looks
dripping
like
with tears of
that.
blood.
He's
He was
smiling.
staring at me, freaked me out.
He is
For a
smiling.
moment, I thought if he caught me, he would
It looks
kill
like
me
that
without
dinosaur in
hesitation.
Jurassic Park that squirts the
I
fucking
screamed at
venom.
the top of my lungs and started to
Yes,
run
he
toward my
does.
house. I didn't look
The
back.
tears
I
always
stopped.
look like someone
I just
came
kept
in
running
and
for my life.
Yeah, it just looks
I
like
remember exactly
dried
what happened in the
cum.
end.
Like they're
My mom
not
told me
seeming.
she
It's just
was
stuck
loud
there.
and my scream. As she opened the door, she found me unconscious on her porch.
With a lot of jizz on my
fever
face.
took over, and I got bedridden for a week. My mom
Gotta
told
go
me I
stock
often
one of these
wondered in my
bukkakis,
sleep
John.
about if someone caught me that I'd get killed.
Oh man.
My mom
I
still
thought
doesn't
semen
know
was
what
supposed to
exactly happened
moisturize
to her
your
son
face.
that day.
Yeah,
He changed his job.
No, it dried
He
and
took a house
cracked
near
on
our
there.
grandparents.
you're not supposed to
We went back to
moisturize
that
that
town.
close to your eyes
Since
anyway.
then, I stay the hell away from
Amateur.
clowns. Sometimes, I even get nightmares of seeing myself running on an empty road, even though no one's chasing
Poor
me.
guy.
And all of a sudden, that sad
He's
clown would appear
jerking.
in front of me.
This is jerking multiple dicks.
It got sexual pretty quick.
Anyway, so that was the first one. I've never seen that before.
That was it? That was the full thing?
That was
Oh,
the
I
full
was-
first one.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was busted into parts. I didn't realize that was the end. So he
That was-
just was like, I now have nightmares forever of this clown that I may or may
Cool.
not have jerked off. No wonder he's traumatized.
Poor kid, man.
Do you feel bad for him?
Yeah, I just wanted to see some fireworks, and now
Yeah.
he's got clown jizz on his face.
Okay, this is a weird question, but because you're both magicians, do you work with clowns often or at all? Is that a thing that you've ever been
no.
asked?
I think maybe once ever, and she wasn't dressed as like a traditional clown. It was more like a modern take on it.
Was it like burlesque? Like a burlesque clown?
Not really burlesque because it was for kids, but she was like, I would say her outfit almost kind of looked like Tinkerbell, but then her face was painted and I don't know. It worked. It was cool, but it wasn't really clowny.
Got it. How about you, Kath Brune?
Correct inflection there. The last time like I personally worked, like I know a bunch of clowns and same sort of thing, like it could be modern clowning. So like I have a friend who just went to like Philippe Gaulier in France and is very funny, like physical actor, but like he doesn't dress up in like the traditional costume. He has like a storyline. So I think the show that I saw him do was like, hey, my first day at work, and it's like him going as work, and then like he gets stuck in the vending machine, and like all these things like just go crazy and go wrong.
Cool.
Yeah, so like there's a bunch of people on tour who do clowning, or even like we know like a magician who studied clowning, Mark Correa or Mark Clearview, who uses a bunch of like that physical stuff in his act, which is a lot of fun. So but like I don't think I've ever done a show with someone dressed up in a clown costume like that we just saw, or like what you typically think of as the clown. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what was that happened like 2 or 3 years ago? All the clown sightings and stuff. I feel like right now it's not really the best
promo for
idea.
it.
'Cause
That's how
That
why I
also been
got
promo for
banned. That's why I
I
got
don't think
banned in
anyone's-
small town Green Bay,
Yeah.
and they shot the clowns.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that was
anyone's
a
really
weird.
looking to hire a clown.
What a weird trend. I'm gonna dress up as a clown and have like a weapon to scare people, the shit out of people, and then like no wonder you got beat up. Like, yeah. Anyway.
I thought that was all promo for it, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was promo for like the new it.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
It
That was around the same
inspired.
time, wasn't it?
Honestly,
Would
I
you
wouldn't
co-
be surprised if that was just like some PR person's fucking wet dream of a campaign.
No, okay. Would you guys want to do another different one, like another cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say this is the end of part 1. Stay tuned for a couple of clips by these guys. And all right, we'll see you in part 2.
The camera. All right.
My name is Keith Brown. I am a Canadian magician. Yeah. And I've been doing magic for over 17 years, which is impressive because I barely look 17. And we're going to do it a little bit different tonight. I actually want to invite all of you to do a magician's warm-up with me. It's very easy. All you have to do is put out your hands just like this, and I want you to wiggle your fingers. So if you're holding on to a drink, take a sip, set it down. You can have it about a minute from now, and if you can't wait, you might have a problem. I want you to wiggle your fingers, show me your best jazz hands, take your thumbs, point them to the ground like this, so your palms are facing out, cross your arms and go, whoosh. Thank you for making the noise. If you didn't make the noise, it is not going to work. So give an extra second just in case. Thank you for your honesty. Put those hands together, squeeze tight. And I want you to try to wiggle just your pinkies. Just your pinkies. Now if you're moving more like your ring finger, squeeze tighter. Otherwise looking pretty good. I don't even know what hand position that is, but okay. Effort for trying. How about this one? This one's a little easier. Try to wiggle your right thumb. Judging by the look on most of your faces, many of you are wondering which is my right thumb. It's the one attached to your right arm, okay? Now, I want you to wiggle your left or your other thumb, depending on how well you listen to instructions. Do both of your index fingers. And this is the big finish. On 3, I want you to go 1, 2, 3. Point your thumbs to the sky. Yeah.
If you enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe.